Okay, we are live. Welcome to today's talk session. My name is Deidre Moss, and I am the host of Can We Talk? I'm an educator, motivator, and a talk connoisseur. For our session today, we will be talking about National Youth Month, as October is observed as National Youth Month. So today, I'm excited to have as our guest today. We should have another guest arriving, but we will begin in any event. So I want to welcome Miss Sandena Neely. Welcome. Head of at the Division of Youth to help us dissect this topic. So at this time, I want to pass the virtual mic to our guest so that she can introduce herself.
Thank you so very much, Deidre, for the kind invitation to be on Can We Talk? What a cool name for a talk show. As you indicated, I am so honored, so proud, so privileged to serve as the head of the Division of Youth at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. We are the premier youth development agency in the country. And I get to work with a team of young professionals who are youth officers and clerical staff and all of the other personnel at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture who make it all happen. The crown jewel of our year is National Youth Month. That happens every October. And all of the other months, we have so many other exciting things going on. And so I'm just honored to be able to do that for myself. I'm an attorney by profession who has left the legal world. And now I'm in the full-time field of youth work, which is one of the greatest joys and loves that I've ever had to be able to immerse myself in and to be able to encounter. And I am a multidimensional leader who pours from the reservoir that God has blessed me with. So whatever it is that you find me doing, I am passionate and joyful doing it.
Woo! Oh my goodness, I feel your passion. Oh my goodness, your passion is spreading onto me. Listen, as you spoke, I definitely can sense that you are passionate about what you do. So I love that. I love that. And before we begin, if you just joined us, like and share this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel using the links on our page. We need your support to continue these talks. Also, if there's something that you think we should be talking about, feel free to let us know. We want to hear from you. With that, let's get into our talk. And so I just want us to share just a little bit about yourself, provide us with a brief background. I know you said you were a lawyer, but just give us a little bit about a brief background into your professional background career.
So I am a very, very proud Kemp Road girl. Grew up in Williams Lane off Kemp Road, went to Uriah McPhee Primary School, small school, and to the greatest high school in the Western Hemisphere, St. Augustine's College, and then would have entered law school, and I practiced law for 16 years up to 2019 when I joined the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. My background in youth work and youth development work started from I was a teenager, and I have 25 years under my belt in youth work, youth advocacy. I started out in youth parliament, serving as a youth ambassador, a youth advocate, a youth volunteer, co-chairperson of the National Youth Advisory Council, co-chairperson of the committee to select youth ambassadors and National Youth Awards. And now in 2019, I had the awesome privilege to join the ministry full-time, to be doing this work every day and getting to impact the lives of thousands of young Bahamians.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. And as we, talk about National Youth Month and October being National Youth Month, and what's synonymous with that is youth empowerment. And as we consider the youth of our country, why is empowerment important? Why is youth empowerment important to you?
Youth empowerment is so vital. It's so important. I always say that we gather information in order to have knowledge, and that knowledge empowers us, and we gain the power in order to make good decisions. And that is a huge part of our role at the Division of Youth, which is to help young people when they leave the halls of education to move successfully through the transition to adulthood. And so we want to ensure that they are as empowered as possible in order so that they can make good decisions and be positive, contributing members of our society. That is our role. So whether that's us finding ourselves being mentors to them, being peer mentors, being coaches, being those leaders that they need to help them to skill themselves up, whether through our Fresh Start program, our Youth Leader Certification program, whether it's new programs that they want to institute, whether it's looking at the National Youth Policy, whether it's looking at crime prevention. There are just so many avenues and so many ways that we can attack empowerment. And that's why we're so excited to have in a partner, Felicity Darville, who is presenting a Youth Empowerment Symposium next week, Saturday, October 15th. Young people from all walks of life around the country are going to be able to hashtag goals, where they're going to have an opportunity to sit and to be fed at the feet of so many empowerment specialists. And so they're going to leave there with tools where they will be equipped to make and actually catapult themselves into the goals that they would set for themselves.
And I want to thank you for sharing that. I want to thank you for sharing that. And I'm just grateful to be a part of hashtag goals set for life, and really, providing those tools to empower the young people of our nation. And as I hear you speak, I hear the passion in your voice, to be someone, to be in the background and be at the forefront of empowering the young people of our nation. And I'm grateful to be a part of that experience, as we understand that as we pass the baton to the persons coming behind us. This is very important, to uplift young people in our nation and within our communities. So I want to thank you for sharing that. And I also want to share that I am also grateful to be a speaker and to be a part of this initiative as well. And so National Youth Month, for those who may not fully be aware and understand, what is National Youth Month?
I am so glad you asked, because I need everybody in the country, everybody tuning in, everybody around the world to know what National Youth Month is. This is an entire month, not a week, not a day, not a couple of hours that is set aside to celebrate, highlight, and honor our young people in this country. The brilliance, the beauty, the talent, the victories, the triumph, the challenges of our young people are on full display from October 1st to October 31st. We have any number of events, programs, initiatives, and activities that are designed to unearth and to uncover and to unravel all that is great with our young people, while highlighting the challenges. And as we get into the conversation and we talk more about the events and the programs and activities, you'll see how you're going to do just that. You are going to see persons who may think that they are the least or the lowest being celebrated and highlighted. You high flyers being honored and given their just rewards. You are going to see persons that you would not even have imagined have talent. You will see them rising to the occasion. Andros is having Andros Got Talent. Eleuthera is having talent night for several weekends in a row. Young people in Long Island, Spanish Wells, all over, they are celebrating the length and breadth of our country. So National Youth Month is a national celebration all over the country. We're celebrating and highlighting our young people, and we have programs, events, activities that are geared toward the empowerment of our young people. And we'll get into some of the events and activities, I suppose, in the conversation.
Definitely. I'm so glad that you highlighted that. I'm so proud of you. You talked about, coming from Camp Road, and for me, I came from Soldier Road. I came from the Anglican community, and so you talk about coming from these backgrounds, and you talk about I picked up on something that you talked about, talent, skills coming from where you think there wouldn't be talent, where you think there wouldn't be skills. And I want to thank you for mentioning that. That's so very important, to uplift those persons, because sometimes you may have so much challenges in front of you that it's hard for you to really focus and pinpoint and focus on what you should be focusing on, because you're impacted by the environment, you're impacted by the challenges that is around you. And so to have the opportunity to provide these alternatives and these options for our young people really goes a long way. And I know it has gone a long way for me. And so I want to thank you for mentioning that, and also highlighting that good things can come from within these communities, despite what people say. And so that definitely was meaningful.
Do you know what I do in my bio? I always ensure that they begin by saying that I am continuing evidence that something good can come out of Kemp Road, because it didn't start with me. My parents came out of Kemp Road, their parents came out of Kemp Road, and their parents came out of Kemp Road. So we have a lineage, we have a line that we can trace of good people that came out of the Kemp Road area. So it didn't start with me, and it's definitely not going to end with you.
Definitely not.
So I call it continuing evidence.
I love that. I love that. I think that's awesome. And it's definitely a reflection for representation for those persons within those communities to see that, yes, good things can come out of our communities. And so within the Division of Youth, you have so many initiatives. You pinpoint some of those. Fresh Start, you talk about a few of those. So can you share some of the initiatives that the Ministry of Youth has undertaken or established, not just for National Youth Month, but just in general terms?
Yes. So as I indicated at the top of our talk, we are the premier youth development agency in the country. We are a portal, actually. So youth organizations are able to interface with us so that they can be connected to Commonwealth, CARICOM, United Nations, Organization of American States, other worldwide organizations, other partner organizations. And so what we seek to do is to make the world reachable for all of our young people and youth leaders and youth allies in the country. And so we do this through programs, events, and activities. And so if there's a need, we seek to fill those gaps. And the current programs that we present, we have the Youth Leader Certification Program. That's a long-standing program for more than 2 decades, where we standardize the delivery of youth services. So wherever you are in the country, you're able to join the cohort to become a certified youth leader. And why is that important? That is vitally important, so that when you are interfacing with our young people, the parents, the teachers, the schools, the churches, they know that they are interfacing with someone that they can trust. They are entrusting their young people to someone who has a standardized type of delivery. And so that's why that is so important. And we have a program that's starting in November. So you can go to our Facebook page, Division of Youth 242, so that you can gain entry by the registration form that we have available on our Facebook page. We also have the Fresh Start program. This is directly for young people who are ages 18 to 25 who might find themselves in an unattached state. They're not working, they're not in school, they may or may not have any type of skills. And so that's a 16-week program that's going to start in the spring. So persons can look out for when the applications become available. Space is very limited because the program is costly, but the program has amazing benefits. We see young people all the time who say, I was a part of Fresh Start 10 years ago. I was a part of Fresh Start 20 years ago. We even have grandchildren from Fresh Start. And so one of our youth officers used to be in the Fresh Start program. And we also have our Job Ready program that's going to start in the spring. We have amazing success stories from the Job Ready program. One thing we're not good at is publicizing our wins and our victories. The public is not aware. So we have to do a much better job at that, which is evidenced today by me talking to you, sharing this and spreading the word. This moment is going to be captured in time so that we can use this video to enlighten people on all the work that we do in the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. We also have our ambassadors program. We have programs that are in National Youth Month, like Youth Parliament. That's going to be a year-round parliament very, very soon. We're also introducing Youth in the Senate. That's going to be year-round. We also have our Masterminds High School Leaders program. We are chock full of programs. We have a brand new initiative that is going to be coming to the forefront very soon. You would have heard about it several years ago. the National Youth Policy. That is uber exciting. I don't even know if I want to get into that because that would take up all of our time, but the National Youth Policy is a framework that will create an enabling environment to give our young people the teeth, the feet, and the legs on which to stand, to thrive and flourish in our country, with the Bahamas National Youth Commission, a Bahamas National Youth Council, an Institute for Youth Development to be the premier research agency, a center for entrepreneurship, an endowment fund that allows them to be able to capture their own purse, their own funds, so that they can utilize it to build centers and to build recreational spaces for our young people, and so many other things. And so that's just a small snippet of some of the work that we get to do at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture through the Division of Youth, which is our heart.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your heart with us. And I know it's a lot. I know there's a lot to cover. And so you're a friend and you're welcome back anytime to really share, really go into these initiatives. Because
thank you so much.
It's a lot to cover. Anytime, definitely. And so I want us to talk about the Youth Empowerment Symposium, which is going to be next week, Saturday. And so our friend, Ms. Darville, she's not here at this time, but I'm definitely going to have her back at some point. But the Youth Empowerment Symposium is Saturday and is partnered with, in collaboration with the Ministry of Youth, a Division of Youth, sorry. So I don't know if you would like to add anything to that.
Yes, of course, absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
Absolutely. We are excited always. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, specifically the Division of Youth, we exist not in a vacuum. We have to work with persons who are in the community, who have their ears and their feet tied to the ground, because we can only reach so many young people. And there are young people that we may never be able to reach. And so when we are able to find partners such as Felicity Darville, and we are able to find speakers such as yourself, who we know will be able to empower our young people, that's the kind of partnerships we're looking for. We like to find partnerships that are going to yield results. And so when Felicity approached us and said she wanted to host the seminar, we were amazingly excited. And so we jumped on board. And so it's called #Goals. It's a Youth Empowerment Symposium. It takes place next week, Saturday, October 15th, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Holy Cross Anglican Church. You can go to our Facebook page, Division of Youth 242, in order to see the flyer and to sign up to get your registration. You can be there in person. If perchance you're on the Family Island or you're a young Bahamian that finds yourself out of the country, you can also join via Zoom. It's going to also be virtual. And just as it indicates, #goals, you will walk away from this symposium with exactly what they say on the flyer. You will be set for life, because what we want to present in this symposium is to walk you through goals, walk you through what it looks like to set a goal. And literally, there's going to be a vision board that you're going to create, whether it's going to be a physical vision board or it's going to be a virtual vision board. You're going to have a very clear picture of what your goals are. And we have Youth Officer Shanda Roberts, who is going to take them through the step-by-step, how you make a goal, what all you should be considering when you're putting your goals together in order to achieve what we call good success. And then I'm going to let you talk about what you'll be sharing on, but we also have Charles Robbins, who's going to be participating. We also have Donovan Roll, who's going to be participating, and so many other speakers, because we're going to be talking about different kinds of goals: financial goals, health and fitness goals. I mean, it's just going to be goals, goals, goals. So if you want to share now about what you'll be talking about, that would be great.
Thank you so much. Listen, I can hear the passion in your voice, and it's all about goals set for life. That's what it's all about. goals set for life. So it's all about empowering our youth. And as you would have mentioned, for persons who may not be able to physically attend, you do have the option to be there virtually. And so it's just an awesome initiative to bring young persons together to really provide them with the tools that they can use to create success. It's all about creating success and providing those tools to create successful individuals. As you would have mentioned, is going to be an exercise for vision boarding and financial goals. And so these are we're going to provide them with those tools and those goal cards to really help provide that environment, or give them the opportunity to really share their goals, and provide them with tools for success, and bringing in persons who can really provide that information and provide insight to really help guide the young individuals who will be signing up for ages 16 through 29. And so I want to thank you. I'm excited to be a part of the initiative and to really share my insight as well, and talking about goals. And so I want to thank you for sharing that. And if there's anything else that you would want to add, or if there's something that you would like to add, feel free to do so. If not, we're going to move on to our fast talk segment, where you're going to be given 60 seconds to answer each question. And so I want to ask you the first question. What is the division of youth's most important role? I know this is an important ministry, in important department, but what is your most important role?
Our most important role is supporting young people through youth development in their transition into adulthood. That's our most treasured and important role. So once they leave education from 16 to 29, we have the awesome privilege to get them from the halls of education, successfully transition into adult, to be positive, contributing members of our society. And we have so many examples of young people who have done that successfully, and stories of young people who would have fallen by the wayside, and we were able to bring them in and nurture them and coach them and mentor them so that they can be all that they can be. That's our goal.
Awesome. And that's definitely an important role. And how can young people take advantage of programming and initiatives offered by the Division of Youth?
Young people can contact us. The division is your home. We say that to them all the time. We had a young man walk into the division today, and he left feeling a part of us. So you can either come to the Division of Youth on the ground floor of the Ivy Dumont building on University Drive. We're housed in the same building as Ministry of Education. We're on the ground floor. Beautiful door will be greeting you. Beautiful people will be greeting you. If you want to, you can connect with us on Facebook, Division of Youth 242, or you can connect with us on Instagram, Division of Youth 242 again, or we're now on TikTok. You can see us at Celebrate Youth Bahamas, or you can contact us at 502-036, or you can email us at celebrateyouthbahamas@gmail.com. There is no shortage of ways of contacting us, or whenever you see any of us, anywhere, you are free to contact us. You're free to hit us up, talk to us, chat with us about what it is that's on your mind, because we want you to feel a part of the division.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And how can individuals, because sometimes persons, they want to come together to partner with they have an idea to create a program or create an event. So how can they, if they're interested, partner with the Division of Youth to bring forward these initiatives and come together to collaborate?
So partnership and collaboration starts with conversation. Conversation, you provide us with information. We review it. We let you know if we have any questions. If it's something that's a good fit, then it moves from that stage now to concretizing the partnership and seeing what that looks like. And sometimes that partnership might extend to other agencies. It can be a multi-agency partnership, but definitely if it's something that we think is going to impact our young people and it aligns with our goals specifically, we would be more than happy to partner with you. So if you have an idea, you have a thought, you have a program, or whatever it is, whether it's new or existing, we encourage you to come, sit, start the conversation, spark the conversation so that we can help develop it.
Awesome. You are awesome. And so I want to move into any additional comments that you would like to add. I would definitely want to give you the last word. If you missed something or if you want to come back and add anything else before we end our session today.
Yes, so I want to encourage persons to again visit Facebook, Division of Youth 242, or Instagram, Division of Youth 242, so that you can see our calendar that has all of our events. We're at the 7th day of October. We have had 7 exciting days so far in National Youth Month. We have the entire month left to celebrate. So we want as many young persons as possible to come out tonight to Jesus in the Park. We'll be there. And then next week, we have an all-exciting speech competition that's happening on Tuesday, October 11th. You can check it out on Facebook, or you can come to the Division of Youth. It's going to be right there, 6:30 p.m. live and in person. We're partnering with BFM on October 14th. You can find us there for the Christian Talent Jam. And then on the 15th, of course, is #Goals with Felicity Darville and her team. We also have a very, very special event happening on the 15th. It's a closed event, and it is a Connect and Paint event for children who are wards of the state. So they're going to be having a very secure location where they're going to be celebrated and highlighted for National Youth Month. These are children who live in children's homes. Yes. And then we also have a youth cook-off competition that's happening on the 17th, Monday the 17th. That is going to be very exciting. That's going to be presented on Facebook Live. And then on the 19th, we have an invitation-only event where we're going to be hosting our youth leaders and celebrating our patrons, Reverend Leslie and Commandant Yvonne McDonald from Grand Bahama. We're highlighting and celebrating them along with the late Anita Doherty. She's our posthumous 2022 Lifetime Achievement honoree. That is invitation only. However, we would like, if youth leaders or youth allies or young people wish to attend, contact us in order to get your invitation. And then we have the all-exciting National Youth March and Rally happening on the 23rd of October. And then on the 22nd, we have our scavenger hunt. I think there are just 1 or 2 spots left in the scavenger hunt. So if you're signing up for the scavenger hunt, you must do so quickly. And then on the 26th, we have our National Youth Awards, where young people are going to be celebrated, highlighted, and awarded. On the 28th, we have National Youth Parliament. And rounding off on the 31st, we have the very first presentation of Youth in the Senate. We have events and activities happening in Grand Bahama. You can find their calendar on our Facebook page. Long Island, Abaco, Andros, Eleuthera, Inagua, Acklins, so many family islands. We want to encourage persons to get involved as much as possible. I know that was a mouthful.
Yes, definitely. You gave us a mouthful, but I just want to thank you for being here and joining us today and for your role in this event that we're having. And so I truly appreciate your time. And so we're going to jump to Ms. Darville. She just joined us. And if you have no further commentary, we will conclude with that section, that part of our session. But I want to thank you. And guess what? You're a friend. You're welcome. Listen, you're welcome back. Ms. Neely, you're welcome back. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thanks, Ms. Neely, for holding down the fort.
She definitely did.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Neely. Okay, so I just want you to just split your screen just a little bit. Turn it for me to give you a wider.
Sideways?
Yeah. Okay, much better. So, Ms. Darville, welcome. Listen, I know you are a busy lady.
Listen, I'm in the car. I'm sorry we had some things to deal with today, but I'm happy that you're still having me and I made at least some time.
Yes,
and
you are so committed. you are so committed to the cause that you, even from your car, you're gonna, because I know you're busy, you're going from one meeting to the next. And so I
Yeah.
just had to come on to really highlight. And Ms. Neely she definitely did a wonderful job in highlighting what the hashtag goals event is about. But I just want you to come in. I'm gonna come in and get your questions in with the
All
event.
right.
And so yeah,
I
go ahead.
appreciate that. Yeah, so I am really glad that she got the fundamental of what hashtag goals is out the way so that I can get down and nitty gritty. Can we talk, Miss Deidre? Because what happens is you have people of any age that have goals, but for some reason they're not able to achieve them. Seriously, I'm talking 30, 40, 50. It doesn't matter. And a part of the reason why we have trouble achieving those goals is because we don't know the exact tools that we need to propel ourselves to success. So in other words, you have people that say, man, I know I could accomplish this. I know I could do this or that, right? And then it's like a pipe dream. Man, I had this great idea and someone else take it and all of that. Now listen, as of today, we're going to stop that. We are going to learn the hashtag goals set for life blueprint for success. And what it entails is 3 specific tools that you use. One is a goal card, one is your vision board, and one is your financial forecast. Now, the goal card, you would write down your goal on that card. Okay, so as soon as you write your goal that you have, if the goal is, let's say your goal is, you want to travel to Australia. Okay, you will write that goal on that card. The minute you write that goal down, you have already manifested it in the first instance, which is to take it from your mind to a piece of paper. It's now real. It's now physical. Okay. All right. Now you're going to put on that goal card when you want to go there, by, and of course, most importantly, why. You're going to say what it is, when it is, okay, where it is, and why. That why is so important because this is the determining factor on how successful your goal is. Because, you might want, for example, you might want $1 million. Why? What are you giving back to this beautiful universe that you are a part of? So your why, know your why. Now, I don't encourage people to write down the how because the how is up to 2 things. Number one, we all have different ways of achieving, of strategizing, of putting into action. So I leave that for you. That's the fun. But most importantly, the how is up to the Almighty, the one who created us. And so we're going to leave space, make our plan, but also leave ourselves open so that when the blessings come, even from directions beyond our wildest imaginations, we are prepared for them. Okay. Now you take that goal card and you read that goal card every day. All right. So now it's not only written, now you're using something called repetition to train this mind of yours to shift its mindset. Because the mindset you have today is not the mindset you need to achieve that goal. When you reach that goal, you're going to see that your mindset had elevated. Okay, so now to prepare yourself, you start using repetition, which is one of the tricks of the brain in order to shift the mindset. Now you create your vision board. On your vision board, you'll put your koala bears in Australia, you put your little kangaroos and joeys, whatever, your coral reefs, whatever you want to do in Australia. Put that on the vision board. Now you're getting excited. Now you have another level of manifestation because now you have imagery, and imagery will excite you and entice you to say, well, all of a sudden your mind starts to think, your mindset shifts, and you start to see new ways of achieving this goal. And then finally, you have a financial forecast. So if your trip costs you $15,000, you write that down. When you want this $15,000 by, and you also repeat that every day. And also in addition to that, you're going to use some affirmations. For example, you're going to say, I am satisfied where I am now, knowing that things are always working out for me. So by doing that, it's not like a longing, like, oh, I want this so bad, I don't have it. No, you're going to be thankful right now, knowing that you are one day going to reach Australia. And in that satisfaction, in that peace within yourself comes the blessing. And so we're going to teach this to young people, Deirdre, during National Youth Month on next Saturday at Holy Cross Church, the Canon Neil E. Roach Parish Hall from 9 a.m. to noon. The registration is open. You would go to Goals Bahamas on Facebook, Goals Bahamas on TikTok, Goals Bahamas on Instagram, or goalsbahamas@gmail.com. Come on, register today. Registration closes mid next week. We want as many people ages 16 to 29 to sign up, because Deirdre, what we're going to do is, if we can get the young people to take this blueprint of success and achieve their goals, we'll have a better nation.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for sharing. I really appreciate that. And I see we have some persons here on our live, so please feel free to comment, get your questions in. If you have any questions, we would love to hear from you. And it's so good to have you break that down and talk about, how are we going to really actualize these goals and bring it into manifestation. I see you have one of those young people with you here today. He's too young. He's too young for this event. But I wanted to ask you, I want us to go into our fast talk segment as we wind down to the session. I know you're busy and you're on the go. I want to get to our fast talk segment. You have about a minute to answer each of these questions.
Okay.
First question: why is it important to empower the youth of our nation? And share with us, how will you continue to empower our young people even after this event is over?
It's important to empower the young people of this nation because they will direct the future. They are our CEOs, our prime ministers, our priests, our doctors, our teachers. Let us not wait. Let's not, sometimes there's a culture where you're of a certain age where you know you're supposed to be facing retirement. You're still trying to hold on to the power. Let's release that power and give it to these young people while their minds are young and fresh. They can do this, and we can be there to guide the way. All right. And then how do you said in terms of continuing, right? Well, in terms of this particular event, #goals, every single person that registers is going to become a part of a Facebook group where we're not leaving you after this event. We will be motivating you in your life as you continue to achieve these goals. You'll be able to post. You will have a support group. You will have people who have this mindset, this shift in mindset for achieving these goals that are set for life.
Thank you. And also share with us, who is this youth symposium for, and how will they benefit from the Youth Empowerment Symposium?
Well, because the Ministry of Youth has a mandate to take care of young people ages 16 to 29, it's specifically for that age. However, you can be of any denomination, race, affiliation. You are all encouraged to come. We have Bahamian kids that are in college throughout America and Europe that will be attending. We will have Family Islanders attending. We have young people living with disabilities attending. So, come on out, whoever you are. Register today at Goals Bahamas, once again on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Just look for Goals Bahamas. And, we're here to answer your questions. If you're not sure, still contact us and, let us help you get on board.
Thank you for sharing that, because I had a friend in his 30s and he said that I can't be a part of this. Why? What?
Let them contact me. Because I got something for them. Yeah, we don't want to leave anyone behind,
Thank you for sharing that. And before we close, I would just want to give you an opportunity to have the last word, to add anything you may have missed or anything you want to add before we close the session tonight.
During #Goals Set for Life, this is a symposium like no other, because we are going to be hands-on. You're not just going to be sitting there during this symposium. You are going to be creating your goal cards, your financial forecast, and you're going to have fun with arts and crafts, creating your vision board. And it's not just going to be fun. It is going to be purposeful. You are actually going to be on the path to achieving your greatest desires. All right. And then we have speakers. These speakers are not just there to speak, they're there to interact with you and to help you define your goals and ways to achieve them. And guess what? Our lovely Deidre is one of these featured speakers, and we're so happy to have you to be a part. Okay, we're going to have Donovan J. Rowe, the fitness guru. He is going to be our keynote speaker. We have Charles Robbins. We have Marisa Mason Smith, Gerard Darville. We have the Bahamas' Bionic Man, Steve Cox, that's also going to be a part. I think that's most of the speakers there. We're going to have DJ AI, and he's going to be giving us 2 power-packed jam motivational sessions. So this is going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for sharing this, and I can hear that.
I remember one more speaker, Shanda, the great Shanda.
Yes.
Shanda Bethel from Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture will also be a featured speaker.
Awesome. You mentioned Mr. Darville, Gerard Darville, is that?
Gerard Darville, yep.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So thank you so much for sharing with us today for the Youth Empowerment Symposium. And I know this is definitely an event that you're passionate about and that you've thrown yourself behind. And so I'm definitely excited to see how this impactful event unfolds. So thank you for sharing with us today. And so if you have no further comments, we're going to close out our session. I want to thank our viewers for listening in. I would like to thank our guests, Felicity Darville of the Best Therapy and Motivational Movement. I want to thank you for joining True Vision, the best Therapy, and True Vision Media. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Let me just touch on that right quick. So you mentioned in True Vision. True Vision's motto is getting good news in the news. So all of you civic organizations, you can hit me up. You know, you want to get your good news out there. And then you have the Best Therapy Motivational Movement. Deidre, I believe the best therapy is when you figure it out yourself. Yeah. Not that you don't need a therapist, not that you don't need coaching, not that you don't need supportive friends and family, but you need to believe in yourself, because when you get it is when your life changes. And that is why my companies, True Vision Media and the Best Therapy, are coming together to create this very first motivational event that's going to be the first of many. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and you are a friend. You're welcome back anytime. Anytime you're welcome back. So I want to thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. I would like to thank our viewers for listening in. Like and pay to future notifications of upcoming talks. Comment under our videos. Let us know your thoughts. We want to hear from you. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel and our social platforms using the addresses provided on our page. So let's remember to think, talk, do, and register for the Youth Empowerment Symposium, #GoalsBahamas, goalsbahamas@gmail.com, or you can go to the Division of Youth page to register for this event as well. Thank you so much, and we're signing off. Thank you.